Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets. We will be looking at 10 Binance projects that have not jumped up yet. So we'll be looking at that, so stay tuned for that. We're also going to be talking about why I'm bullish AF on Ethereum. Still really bullish on Ethereum, even though it's gone up by a large percentage already over the past 4 to 5 weeks. And we'll be looking at other charts as well. We'll be doing a bit of technical analysis on Bitcoin, as well as looking at news stories. I want to thank everybody in the free group and to thank everybody in the premium group. Premium group is really buzzing just now. We've got new members coming into the premium group as well. So I'd like to welcome all the new members to the premium group. If you want to join the premium group, you can. There is a link down below as well. And I'm just going to show you just now just the results so far of February. So this is the results so far. Obviously, it's gone up quite a bit. So we've got an average gain now of 24.85%, and Chile's jumped up big time. It went up to 160. Called data this morning, and I was calling it 197 Satoshi. Then I seen it going up. Thought, sugar, I better get this in quick. So I managed to get in at 201, but it did shoot up to 239. But I've not recorded that in here just now. I've got other ones that I've just shown this morning as well, so you're getting to see those. Other ones that have gone up, Ambrose's has gone up 21%. We've got BNB has gone up 27%. Kava went up 26%. COS went up 32%. RCN has just jumped today to 950 at its top and went up 57%. So these are all called in the premium group, and every call is made within 10 days. It has to go up within 10 days. So if you'd like to join the premium group, there's a link down below for that as well. I think you'll really enjoy that group, and it is really buzzing at the moment. Okay, let's look at the markets. What's happening in the markets just now? We were at $307 billion. We're now at $298 billion because of the drop in price for Bitcoin and Ethereum and a lot of the others as well. So who's the winners and losers? We have Hedera Hashgraph. That has gone up 51.99% still, so that's still doing extremely well. Chile's has just gone up this morning as well, which is one of the ones I called in the premium group, up 30%. Bitcoin is up 12%. That's the only three in double-digit greens at the moment. 35% in the green, I'd say. 65% in the red. Who's the biggest loser? Not by much. Decentraland 8.5, NEM, Tezos, IOTA, Blockstack, Engine, Synthetics, all down by a smallish percentage. Okay, let's take a look at Binance and Kucoin very quickly, see what's happening over there. So Binance, we can see HBAR has gone up still at 70%, 686. BQX is doing fantastic as well. That had gone up by 100% at one point, come back down a wee bit. Did go up to 809, now 639. Chile's just moving up still just now at 150 Satoshi. And Vite is up 211. That's had a big run up as well. Data, literally just called that this morning. Within a few seconds of me calling it in the premium group, has shot up to 239 to its highest peak. It's going up just now, so it might be a good chance to get in there. RCN has gone up 17%. TNB, Encash, GTO all up in double-digit greens as well. Okay, on KuCoin, we'll just go to the tops. XRP doing really well. It's went over the 3,000 Satoshi level, which is really good. The IDT is up 6% there as well. And we have Chile's is up 31%. Onion, 27%. FX token, which is PundiX, 19% that's up. So there's a lot going on at KuCoin as well. The ones we're watching, Coty, still doing well, 158 Satoshi. We've got Constellation DAG, 127 Satoshi, so that's still holding well. BAX, we're just keeping an eye on that, 344 has come down to. I just need to see what they released with their app. I haven't checked it out yet, if I'm being really honest. I know there was a video out yesterday, but I didn't check it out, so I need to see what they've done with that. I'm not in BAX just now, but just keeping an eye on it there's a few people in the group that are into it. Okay, let's go over and look at some charts. We have Ethereum. Ethereum chart just now, $260. We did get up to $277. It's come back down slightly, as you would expect. This is on a weekly chart. We'll go on a daily, and we'll come down here. So this is a daily just now, breaking out of this symmetrical triangle. It's already broken out, but the important thing is it's stayed above, and it's stayed above this resistance line here, and hopefully using that as support. So if it does come down, we could expect maybe 250 into bounce of the 250 level. So at the moment though, $260, so it's just taken a drop back at the moment, which is understandable. What do I think Ethereum is going to get to? Well, I've got a lot of reasons why I think Ethereum is going to get to at least $1,000, but in the short term, I'm talking the next couple of months, I'm looking for this resistance line here at $384. So that's my first immediate target for Ethereum, $384. Once it goes through that, then we're looking up to $500, then on towards this kind of $1,000 that I was talking about with the breakout from this symmetrical triangle. So I'm still bullish as anything on kind of Ethereum just now. Even though it's coming back down slightly, you've got to realize that it's already jumped up over 100%. And if we look at where it was 121. It jumped up 131%. So we're going to expect a pullback. Now the pullback, the first probably one would probably be round about, if it does pull back to 246, but it could pull back to the 7 EMA, which is round about 239, 240. So I wouldn't be too worried if it did hit 240. I wouldn't be too concerned at all about that. And the reasons I'm bullish as well, here this is from cryptocurrencyfacts.com. So this is a description of each basic solution Ethereum is working on to upgrade the network. Proof of stake we know about. Solutions like Beacon and Casper refer to switching how Ethereum is mined. This addresses how the system is secured and how new coins are created. Sharding is going to be a big thing as well. In general, is splitting a large database into smaller, more manageable parts. I've kind of told you about that as well. EWASM as well allows code to execute faster, among other things. It expands coding options and capabilities for the Ethereum virtual machine. Raiden is an off-chain scaling solution like Plasma. Thus, this is also an Ethereum answer to the Lightning Network. And Serenity, obviously, that kind of incorporates everything, which is really looking at proof of stake, EWASM, sharding, etc. as well. So scalability, that's a big main issue with Ethereum at the moment. We know about DeFi space, we know traditional finance is coming over. I've shared with you lots of stories about that. It's coming over onto the Ethereum network as well. So they need scalability, need those transactions, throughput as well. But not everything needs that. Not everything needs that. So for example, if you were going to go for a loan on kind of blockchain on the Ethereum network, you don't need to know immediately if you're going to get that loan or not. Typically a loan, if you went to a bank, it might take a couple of days to organise if you went to a bank, or they give you a decision kind of there, well not there and then, but they give you a decision in principle quite quickly. But on the blockchain, without anybody being there, without taking time off work to go to the bank, without any of that kind of stuff, I would imagine, be prepared to wait for an hour or 2 hours or whatever until that loan decision had gone through on the blockchain. So we don't need huge transaction throughput on the Ethereum network on every single thing that we do in finance, but it does help, obviously, if we have that scalability there should we need it as well. So that's all coming. That's why I'm all bullish on kind of Ethereum, and I've transferred a lot of my pension money into Ethereum now. I kind of swapped over yesterday when Ethereum went up to $255. So I thought, right, this is the time to swap over. So I swapped over partly from Bitcoin to Ethereum, but I'm not holding physical Ethereum. This is in an ETN, and it's in a pension pot, so nobody can touch it. I can't touch it just now as well. So I've transferred over that. That's how bullish I am on Ethereum. In the short term this year, I think it can get to $1,000 at least. Okay, let's look at the Bitcoin price. So obviously Bitcoin has come down just over the last hour or so as well. And we've come down to $10,229. We'd expect a bounce here if we came down to round about $10,000. That's to hit that 7 EMA. And if it came down below that, then we're looking at round about maybe 9,600. So if it goes below 9,600, I'd be a little concerned. But if it goes below the 10,000, I wouldn't be too concerned, to be honest. 9,600 would be okay. 10,000, I expect a bounce from 10,000 if it goes down below that. So everything's still looking okay for Bitcoin at the moment. There's a lot of positive sentiment out about Bitcoin, and I'll show you another news story later on. Okay, a couple of news stories we're going to look at. I thought this was really interesting. How crypto savings can earn 250 times more than a bank account. So this is talking about DAI. If you're into DAI at all, if you know about the DeFi space, you know about DAI as well, if you've heard about that. We're just talking about banks are in trouble, and that much is a fact. We know that anyway. Global debt is escalating. Commercial banks are feeding it in the name of fat profits for their top. Central banks in turn are feeding them by printing more currency and flooding the system with billions of newly minted banknotes. This generally devalues the base currency over time by diminishing its purchasing power. Decentralized finance, which we spoke a lot about in this channel, is the future as it provides a way for people to manage their own finances without a bank dictating to them what they can and can't do with their own money, while profiting from the privilege as well. So this is a tweet from Ryan Sean Adams. He's saying your savings account earns 0.03% right now, but you can earn 7.5% on DAI dollars right now. That's 250 times more. In fact, and I've said this before, if you're earning 0.03% interest on your bank account, on your savings account, you're not really, because of the inflation is going to bring that down. So you're actually losing maybe about 2% or something like that each year you keep it in. So I'm thinking about this going into DAI, but I'm still not there yet. Still not transferred over, but this is just an illustration. And it's got an actual, I'll put the link down below here as well. He's got an actual article, how to get a DAI savings account, which is going to give you 7.5% interest rate. Now, this is interesting for me because I want to take a small, just to save for a small amount of time. And the interesting thing about DAI is they give you over a period of 30 days. So the interest is calculated every 30 days. So if I was going to keep a small amount, maybe a couple £1,000 or something, for a couple of months, it'd be worth holding in DAI just to get even that small percentage back. It might be 0.5% or 0.7% or 0.6% or something like that for the month. And over the 2 months, obviously, I'd get more. So it might be worth doing that rather than keeping it a savings account. The money is not going to be used. Well, it's going to be used for something else, but it's not for a couple of months. So it's better having it in a DAI savings account. So that's why I'm looking into it as well. So I'll put those links down below for you. Really interesting article there. Altcoins significantly outpaced Bitcoin as crypto markets begin a full-fledged bull run. So altcoin season is just getting started. Although the massive uptrend seen throughout 2020 may lead some crypto investors to believe that they've missed a shot at having a highly profitable entry, it's important to note that altcoins' firm outperformance of Bitcoin really only started in the past few days. And I'm going to show you 10 Binance coins as well, so stay tuned for that. They're not gone up yet, so stay tuned for that. So on this chart, this is from Moon. Alt returns since the start of February. What season is it? It is alt season. So we have Tezos there up 115%. We have OKB is up 87%. Algo is up 58%. Ethereum 44%. I don't know if that's a shit coin. 41%. Link is up 41%. So we're only just starting. Just now, we've seen back in 2017, you're talking 1,000% increases. This is not the altcoin season that we know from 2017. Is it going to be the same? I suspect it is. I suspect we're still just getting started. Bitcoin top not in sight. I thought this was really interesting. I'll show you why. Exchange deposits hint further upside to come. So Bitcoin price has increased a lot in 2020. However, the number of Bitcoin deposited at exchanges of late seems to suggest that the market isn't done pumping just yet. So this is talking about when you have a kind of Bitcoin and you want to sell it, usually you keep it in a wallet, but to sell it, you have to transfer it to an exchange. So they're talking about this here, the number of deposits going to the exchanges is much lower at the moment than it has been previously. So this is from Unfolded, highlighting the size of deposits rather relative to other pumps in the cryptocurrency market insight firm Unfolded. The company uses data from researchers at Glassnode to demonstrate that the market usually forms a local top following a surge in deposits to trading venues. So we'll look at this just now and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So this here is the number of transfers to exchanges, this orange line. And you can see back in the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, the number of transfers to exchanges in order to sell their Bitcoin went up drastically. It went up. This one you can see the big, large kind of curve there. And you can see it kind of started going up back in April, June time of 2019 as well. And then we had this big downslide. So when we start to kind of move up for these two lines to converge, so the price of USD and the number of deposits, when they start to converge, you'll know that could be the top for Bitcoin or a local top for Bitcoin. And I thought this was really interesting from Glassnode as well. The statistics are from Glassnode. So this is a 7-day moving average. So keep an eye on that figure. I think this is really, and I'll put a link down below for you. This could be a really good indicator. And this is just talking about Hedera Hashgraph, just saying there's largely unknown currency because of Google is really kind of shot up just now. But what they're saying is just be careful that this could go down. And they're talking about the number of Google searches about this as well. So they're correlating the Google searches with the rise of Hedera Hashgraph as well. And the Google searches has gone down drastically for Hedera Hashgraph. So they're saying the price might come down as well. Thought it was interesting. I wouldn't pay too much heed to it, but I thought it was an interesting article anyway. Crypto giant Coinbase says Bitcoin has 6 advantages over the $7 trillion asset. So talking about gold here. So according to a recent post, Coinbase argues that cryptocurrency offers 6 advantages over the traditional asset. And they're saying gold is worth $7 trillion at the minute. I think it's actually 8 trillion. But they're saying it's around about 7 trillion. And this is why Bitcoin is better than gold. It's got the ability to trace transactions on the ledger, low fees for cross-border transfers, peer-to-peer pseudonyms transactions protecting privacy, portability, divisibility, and scarcity. A lot of people are saying gold is scarce as well, but they're still mining gold just now. They're literally still mining it, and there will be for years to come as well. So we don't know the total supply of gold. We don't know what it is in the world. So how scarce is it really? Compared with Bitcoin, it's only ever going to be 21 million. So this is 6 reasons, and this is a Coinbase article, and I'll post the article for you. Really interesting article, but going over kind of what we know anyway. And that's it just now. So what I want to do now is I want to show you 10 projects on Binance that have not jumped yet. So I want to show you this just now. Okay, Cocos has not jumped yet. So remember I was talking about this descending triangle. They're all in a descending triangle just now. So Cocos has not jumped yet. You've got a low of 5 Satoshi. It's come up to the 7 Satoshi mark. Once it jumps out and goes up to 8 or 9, then we could see a jump for Cocos up to about 16, which would represent a good 60, 70, 80% increase for Cocos once it comes out of this descending triangle. Same with Encash as well, trying to jump out or trying to break out here, but we've not got long left before this breaks out, and we could again see a jump of possibly 100% for Nucleus Vision as well for Encash. Depending on the fundamentals, I've not looked at the fundamentals, just purely looking at it from a TA point of view. Hot, trying to break out as well, just trying to break out. We've mentioned this a couple of times as well. It's got a local bottom of about 7 Satoshi. Trying to break out this triangle here, not got long left. I suspect that's going to be soon. And again, we could see an increase of 100 to 150%. MFT, not broken out yet. Once it breaks out around about the 11 or 12 Satoshi mark, we could see an increase up to around about the 20 mark, which represents 80%. Storm, you'll notice all of these are the low Satoshi value coins, and it happens all the time in altcoin season. You'll see a lot of coins jumping, a lot of projects jumping big time, and then when everybody's looking for the next big thing that's going to jump, they tend to gravitate towards the low Satoshi value coins. Psychologically, you can understand why. But newbies coming in, they tend to gravitate towards this as well. So there is going to be a jump in every single one of these. We're going to see a lot of the low Satoshi value coins. It's not there yet, but we're getting there. So keep an eye on these. So Storm is the next one. I think Storm is going to go up quite a bit actually, or it could go up quite a bit. So it's at 13 Satoshi just now. So could see a big increase for Storm as well. And Anchor, still not jumped out. This is one I've recommended before. It's got a local bottom at 13 Satoshi. It's got that base level, looks quite strong there. Around about 14 Satoshi I would say would be stronger. So between 14 and 19, trying to break out. If it goes up to 2021, then we could see an increase of about 100% for Anchor as well. Same with Key as well. That's not quite as clear cut as Key has got a good support level at 13. It's at 21 just now. If it does break out around about the 24, 25 mark, we could see a big jump up as well. ERD is trying to break out again, with the Bitcoin price shooting up. Yesterday it kind of came back down again. It did go up to 22. It's at 20 at the moment. I do suspect we will see that going up as well. PO as well, that's not jumped up. It's got strong support, I would say stronger support at 16 Satoshi. And we've tried to kind of break out there, but if we do break out, we could see a jump up to 41 Satoshi from there, which would represent around about 71%. And DREP, I like this one actually. I really like this one for jumping up. It's at 23.24 just now. It's not really done much since it kind of came onto Binance. I'd say the bottom was in there about 20 or 19. I would say you'd have to say 19. That would be the bottom there. It's at 23 just now. This has not jumped yet. When it goes up, I reckon we could see an increase of at least 100% for Dioga as well, or DREP. So I expect that to jump up as well. So that's 10 coins. There's more than that on Binance. But what people are going to start doing, there's going to be a frantic rush to find the next project that is going to jump on Binance, and people are just going to rush into it. And these are usually the last ones to go, or usually the last ones to jump up, and nobody's discovered them yet. Nobody's kind of had that mentality where they're thinking, right, what's the next ones to jump up? They're kind of looking for it, but they've never looked at the low Satoshi value coins, and they will go up. Even if they're shit coins, they'll still go up. So shit coins can still make you money, but remember, take your profits. If something goes up 50%, take money out of it. Take your original stake out of it, and then just leave the rest in. If it goes up 100%, take half out and leave the other half in. If you think it's a shit coin and you're just purely trading, take profits when you can. Take 30% profits, then ladder out that way. 30%, 40, 50, 60, 70, and ladder out that way. But a lot of money is going to be made in these markets, trading in these markets, especially on Binance. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like these videos, remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit that notification bell as well, so you get notifications of all my videos whenever they come out. And also join the premium group. I think you'll love it in there. Even if you want to test it out and try it out, you can join the premium group. It'd be brilliant to see you in there. And until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.